Good morning, sunshines of the world. I'm Chuck, and this is Josh, and this is Internet Roundup. Pretty succinct.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah, we like to round up the best and worst of the internet, and
we got the best
twice.
Today.
Yeah, you're totally right. This first thing, the name of the article: Elite 8, first-generation American accepted by every Ivy League university.
It's so sweet. It's
pretty amazing. A Fullerton, California high school student named Fernando Rojas, son of Mexican immigrants, Ann Coulter. You should take note. He got into every Ivy League school, all 8 of them.
What does Ann Coulter have to do with it?
She doesn't think there's any worthwhile Mexican American on the planet.
Gotcha.
And I'm not trying to start something up. She like flat out says it, you know? So take note, Ann Coulter. He didn't think he would get into any. His reasoning was, let me apply to all of them.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get into one.
Right.
And he got into all 8.
All 8. This is a big deal.
It's huge. I don't know if it's ever happened. It's probably happened.
So one of the other things I was surprised to find in addition to this, and I think we should also say, like, I can't believe it. A Mexican immigrant kid got into all 8.
Right.
No, it's all 8. Any kid who did that is amazing. So
sure. And it's even more amazing that this kid just worked his way up, and he wasn't like some blue chip, blue blood, silver spoon.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And I think probably the neatest part of the whole thing is that I think his debate coach basically said that he did it because he wanted his parents' hard work to not be in vain.
Yeah.
He wanted it to make their hard work worth it. What 17-year-old thinks that way? I feel like such a schmo. I'm 38 and like I still don't just like think like, oh, my parents really worked hard to get me where I am. I'm like, I want a cookie.
Yeah, well, I'll get you a cookie, buddy.
Thank you.
I'll
be totally satisfied at that point.
His parents are very blue-collar. His dad's a machine operator. His mother is a seamstress. And he just worked really hard. He eventually settled on Yale. He said that Princeton was lovely and beautiful, which it is. But he said it felt very stressful.
Yeah, high stress.
He also got into Stanford just as a sort of a, you know, in case those 8 Ivy League schools weren't good enough.
Is Stanford not in the Ivy League?
No.
I thought it was.
No, just Yale, Dartmouth, Brown, Penn, Cornell, Columbia, Harvard, and Princeton.
Did you know Penn was an Ivy League school?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I learned something new from this one, too.
You learned 2 things.
Yeah.
Stanford's not an Ivy League. So he settled on Yale, $64,000 a year, but he is only responsible for $6,000 of that.
It's very sweet. In this article from The Guardian, his mother speaks Spanish only, and so her son had to translate. And basically, she said that she thought, oh, that's pretty neat, and she didn't realize what a big deal it was until like all the media outlets started calling.
He said, Mom, I've been saying big deal in Spanish.
Right.
And he just didn't believe me.
She's like, you always say that.
So he plans to, or he's considering majoring in Latin American studies and maybe as a career as an international affairs or as an attorney. So congratulations, Fernando Rojas. You are on the ball, kiddo.
Yes.
People who say that this generation below us is not headed places.
They say that about every generation.
They do.
It's ridiculous.
You go to a college campus, dude. These kids are on the ball.
Yeah, they like protest and stuff. They care.
Yeah, they're better than we were.
Oh, yeah. We were like the slacker generation, weren't we?
Exactly. And then you found this, and this is another sweet story.
Yeah, a little guy named Eli Thompson, who was born about 6 or so weeks ago. God knows, depending on when this video comes out.
Yeah.
But he was born in Alabama, and he was born completely and entirely without a nose. And here's a pretty cute picture of him.
I know. Look at him. He's adorable.
His parents said that they love him the way he is. They don't have any plans to build a nose or have a nose built.
Yeah.
But there were some procedures that had to take place to allow him to, say, like breastfeed. Because normally when you're breastfeeding, or even as a grown-up, if you're drinking a Coke or something like that,
you got to breathe through the nose.
You got to breathe while you drink. So they had to give Eli a tracheotomy so he could breathe while he was eating or drinking. And his condition is called congenital arrhythmia.
Yeah, complete congenital arrhythmia, and that is 1 out of 197 million births.
Yeah, they think there's like 40 kids in the world
super rare
walking around like this. So Eli had to have some medical procedures, and there are fundraisers for his family that are being held. And apparently they have a GoFundMe page. And it started out with, a little bit, like I think $4,300.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it went viral. And within a couple hours, it was up to like 43,000. Who knows what it's at now?
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bet you anything, no matter when this is up, that GoFundMe page will still be going. So just look up Baby Eli.
Eli Thompson.
Baby without a nose. Like, I imagine it wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah.
Considering the rarity to find that GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
Yep. So congratulations to that family for just rolling with it, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Good luck. Yeah, they said he's healthy in every other way.
And he hardly ever cries. How about that?
That's so cute. He's a cute kid.
You got anything else?
That's it.
All right. Well, we'll see you all next week on the Internet Roundup.